Welcome to In Frame Out's Year in Film, where we take stock of 12 months of spectacular cinema and unfortunate rubbish. So begins the slow march of sacrificial lambs towards the altar of the worst films of 2018. If there's anything I've missed here you find truly egregious, it's probably because I don't actively seek out films for the fodder of tearing them apart. Here are entries 10 through 6 of the absolute worst films of 2018.
In my experience, the proud are the first to fall.
When a timely post-Me Too genre deconstruction of women in spy cinema misses the mark so spectacularly as to be just as misguided as those it takes allegorical aim at, you're gonna have a bad time. An uneasy and often deeply unpleasant viewing experience where those sexually pursued or abused by men in power are fetishized for the camera because apparently showing abuse is the same as in any way addressing it. Oh, and in spite of all these controversy-baiting blunders, it's achingly dull. Say what you will about 2017's Atomic Blonde, at least the women in that film had something to do. Jennifer Lawrence has proved herself so much more capable than this beige, overlong exercise in bad accents and banality. While they may have set out to empower the audience, they ended up anesthetizing them.
What fools we were. Trying to run before we'd learned to walk.
As someone who adores Jurassic Park and rigorously defends The Lost World, everybody be cool and pretend Jurassic Park 3 doesn't exist, 2015's Jurassic World left me conflicted. It had the spectacle, but not the spark of well-written characters. Not one expensive set piece was half as effective as a rippling beverage. Fallen Kingdom throws the Brontosaurus out with the bathwater by obliterating the central island, functioning as half-pointless remake of The Lost World, and half-gothic horror in a mansion house populated entirely by mustache-twirling idiots. We're supposed to root for two vacuous exposition delivery mechanisms, two desperately terrible supporting characters, and a child who effectively dooms millions to die because reasons. Like the dinosaurs themselves, it seems this once beautiful franchise has been brought back to life and mutated by meddling executives with an eye on the almighty dollar, and without a thought for whether or not anyone's actually having fun.
Yeah, it's pretty smart, right?
Not that smart.
There's no way to get around it. Skyscraper is a bottom-of-the-barrel die-hard knockoff. If The Raid and Dread have taught us anything, it's that you can use that formula to cook up your own exciting, rich world that moves beyond inspiration to become something truly inspired. Skyscraper is content to just be shitty Die Hard, albeit with a cynical eye on the ever-important Chinese box office. There is no entertainment to be had here, beyond laughing along with every single actor on screen doing the bare minimum to earn a paycheck. Dwayne Johnson usually nails this sort of fluff. I mean, Rampage wasn't great either, but it was charming and absurd enough to warrant the time and the ticket price. Skyscraper is 102 minutes of absolute nothingness, where, spoiler, the villain's entire plan could have been foiled by backing up a single file to an external hard drive in a Dropbox. The filmmakers clearly didn't think much of their own plot, and even less of their audience.
Just roll your eyes at me.
Maybe.
And so we come to the end of a trilogy of softcore sexism and well-cut suits that treats BDSM with kid gloves and couldn't tell an orgasm from a gurgling plug hole. The wet dream's over, and all we're left with is this sticky aftermath of this soulless car commercial without a shred of chemistry to be found and dialogue so ineptly written it borders on inhuman. This is as mechanical as missionary sex after a sedative. The sheer unintentional hilarity of this perfunctory perfume ad is the only thing that keeps it this low on the list, but make no mistake, you'd get more plot from actual porn, and the payoff will certainly have more to say for itself than this thudding full stop.
Are you kidding me?
Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours.
In one sentence, we have one of the richest conceptual goldmines in modern cinema. Imagine a postmodern commentary on white-collar criminality, whereby politically engineered anarchy is used as a means to eradicate the poor. Half a day each year where arms deals, human trafficking, narco-terrorism, and market manipulation aren't just legal, but encouraged.
How do you fuck that up?
Instead, 4 films and 1 television series in, and these increasingly inane diversions settle for people shoot people, but they're wearing stupid masks, I guess. On our 4th go-round with this creatively bankrupt dirge, we're treated to toothless racial satire that casts every person of colour as one-dimensional stereotypes to be gunned down whenever the script says obligatory murder scene. The first Purge is a rare film that falls so short, it's actually regressive. Check out our previous list of dishonourable mentions for some of the lesser duds of the year. Join us next week for entries 5 through 1 of our best films of 2018. So, what are some of your least favourite films of the year? Feel free to like, share and subscribe, and join us over the coming month for our best of the year coverage. Until next time, this is In Frame Out.